Well, talk about that day that you made your channel a chant. That was what 106 days to the day that Captain Webb made his
Yes.
successful attempt. Talk about that day
Okay,
when
brother.
you first stepped in that water.
Oh man, what a day that was, brother. We had the best navigator in the game, and Ray Dixon, and his wife Corey Dixon. Both of them had swam the channel. She had been my trainer and watched me swim. She told me, Charles, you're gonna have some good times in the water, and you're gonna have some bad times in the water. But the main thing is that you got to swim through it all. Then the boats were steaming up. The channel boats, they were steaming up. They had all the food and everything loaded down. Me and my dad and Henry Clark. Matter of fact, this is them holding the flag up. This is before the channel. When the guy said, give me the high sign. This before I even done the channel. But I was pumped. They loaded up the boat. We said a little prayer on the beach. The photographers came down and they shot me. And man, they take two buckets, right? And they throw the buckets over in the water to slow the engines down. And you swim behind the guide boat. So the swim begins. It's 7:50 early in the morning, brother. And we're stroking in the blue of Dover, brother. 5-6 hours out, leg cramp. Leg went out on me, man. Start to backstroke for a little bit. Captain says it's either get out or roll over and take it. So, I had to roll over, brother, and drag that leg, the cramp in my leg. My dad gave me an aspirin or something to help me with the pain, but I really couldn't use the leg. But that's when my arm training came into play. I had to drag that leg for the next 6 hours, man. And I mean, we're stroking. My dad's on the boat. He's fishing and smoking his pipe. And my man Clark, they're urging me on, and they're feeding me, and they're urging me on, and they're feeding me. The excitement of the channel and your adrenaline flow, man, is incredible. Cause I was just stroking and stroking. But you know, when I started to see the sunset, I knew it had been a long day. And now, my greatest part of the swim was appearing, because I had never swam at nighttime before. And then, that's when the sharks feed and all that kind of stuff. So it was crazy, And you need to know, I swam through some oil slicks and some jellyfish. We had to do a 1/4-mile turn to get out of the way of the big ocean tankers that was coming right through. We had to do a 1/4-mile turn to get out of the way, man. So it was nerve wracking. It was nerve wracking, brother. But I kept on stroking. And then it was about 9 o'clock at night. We were just outside the 2-mile buoy. Had to get in before the tide changed. A big ship came by, man, and it made a big wake, and it gave me a push in. Pushed me right inside the inside the 2-mile buoy, and then I saw Henry Clark lower the dinghy boat down. The overhead lights came on. I knew we were getting close then. 100 yards out, the English Channel observer, John Wynyard, he got so excited he jumped in the water. What'd he do that for? We had to stop and rescue this clown. He might have cost me about 20-30 minutes, man, but we found him in the dark. They lost me for a minute and found me because of my tan, and the the way that you know that you crossed the channel is when your feet, the top of your feet hit the sand. I literally swam up on the beach in the overhead lights, and it was like a little rainstorm came. No one to greet me, but I took the mandatory 10 steps, and man, you talking about elation. I was just thrilled. I was just thrilled. And all the papers, all over the world, man, covered me. My hometown paper, the Frisco, all the papers covered me because I was the first to do that, man. It was a beautiful thing.
Well, now let's jump ahead a bit here, and I'm gonna wrap it up with this, Charles. Now, you swam the channel 30 years ago. This year, 2011, you swam it back in 1981.
Yes.
And you and I have had several discussions over this past few days about trying to get young people, especially kids of color, involved in swimming and in open water swimming in particular.
Yes.
What do you want to say to young people who are looking at swimming as a sport, in particular, those who are kids of color, and let them know?
Well, I want to just let them know that they need to dare to be different, to do something different. They need to know that hard work does not go unrewarded. They also need to know that there's some college scholarships and Division I schools for you if you put the work in. And I just want to encourage you to dream, because dreams do come true, especially here in America. Dreams do come true. And even if you never make it to the ocean, just learn how to swim, because 10 yards will save your life. Just knowing how to take 5 or 6 strokes and stand up will save your life. And then the camaraderie and the friendships and the travel that the swimming is going to take you is incredible. It's going to take you to some incredible places on this planet.